When you think of the term networking, what do you think of? When I was a kid, networking was always explained to me as, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I kind of hated that because my parents didn't live in a place where they were going to be able to introduce me to someone who was going to help me get the job that I wanted. But networking today, it's changed. It's completely different than when your parents were growing up. And I'm sure you've heard parents and adults talk to you about the importance of building your network and getting to know people that can help you get where you're trying to go. But I honestly think it's time we change the conversation around what networking actually is. Adults in your life are going to tell you that you've got to build a network. You've got to learn to get to know people. And to them, that used to mean handing out business cards, going to networking meetings. But today, things have changed. With social media and the ability to connect like that, how we network is completely different. I don't even have business cards. What I use instead of a business card is I have snap stickers with my snap code on it, and I hand that out to people because that's the network I'm trying to build. A lot of people network different today. You've got email, you've got social media, there's a ton of different ways to network. But the point is you've got to put yourself in a position to get to know other people. Now here's a few ideas for you as you're thinking about growing your network. I think the first thing to keep in mind when it comes to networking is offer, don't ask. I get hit up every single day from kids all across the country asking if I can do something for them, asking if I can hire them, asking if I can write them a letter of recommendation, asking if I can show up and do something that's going to benefit them, but rarely do people offer to help me. The people who work for me, the people who travel with me, the people who film for me, almost every single one of those people started as an unpaid intern and then they grew into the job. They offered help before they took it. I see so many people talking about how they'll never work for free or they'll never show up and do something if they don't get paid. And honestly, that's the quickest way to shrink your network. If you want to start networking, you've got to offer help first before you ever ask for it in return. One of the best places to start by doing things for free is with your friend group. If you have friends who are into things, maybe they take photos, maybe they cut hair, maybe they're trying to create a brand or they're trying to build their own network, the best thing you can possibly do is support them, celebrate them, back them up. The most networked people are the ones who have mastered the craft of celebrating others, not themselves. Because that's really what networking is about. It's about celebrating others' success and then finding ways that you can be valuable. And when it's your turn, when you need help with something, they're more than likely going to jump in and help you because you were there for them when they first started. Networking is all about celebrating other people. And as you continue to do these things, where you're offering and not asking, what you're going to grow is your reputation. And reputation is the second thing I want to talk about as you're growing your network. What you're known as, what you're known for, is what's going to open doors for you. Are you known as the person who shows up early and stays late? Are you known as the person who is incredibly kind and compassionate? Or are you known as the opposite? The person who only hangs with their friends, the person who never works for free, the person who only does things if they're asked and doesn't take the initiative to do it themselves. The reputation that you have says everything about you. 70% of career opportunities are attributed to word of mouth referrals. What that means is 7 out of 10 times you're gonna get a job because of your network, not your resume. That's a lot of jobs. 70%? It's like 7 out of 10. So you've got to ask yourself, are you proud of the reputation you've got? Not just in the real world today, but online. I promise you, if you want to network, if you want to grow your skills, you've got to think about your reputation. I want you guys to check out the conversation I had with my friend Kelly Hoey about what it takes to build your network in today's world. She's also the author of the book, Build Your Dream Network, which you can find on Amazon.
You can learn skill sets on the job, but your reputation and whether someone wants to spend the time to train you, that comes from doing things with people. Someone needs to vouch for your character, and that can go a long way.
So this might sound overwhelming, putting yourself out there, getting to know a lot of people, growing your reputation. And to all you introverts out there, all you who think you're socially awkward, don't worry. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to network. You don't have to have the biggest personality. I think the third thing you've got to really be good at when it comes to networking is you have to be intentional. Yeah, just toss it. Oh. Intentionality is a quality over quantity game. And here's what I mean by that. It's not the number of hands you shake. It's not the number of followers you've got. It's what you do with the relationships that you have that matters the most. And being intentional is one of the most important things you can do as you grow your network. So what are some of the ways high school kids can network? If I were you, this is what I would do.
I'd like you to take 55 minutes a week out of your me time on this and look and pay attention to your network. And maybe it's on an old school piece of paper. Write a note about what other people are talking about and interested in, and then spend 5 minutes thinking about and responding and finding ways to help them using your mobile device. That may be a comment on a blog, that may be sharing their information with other people. But pay attention, just be silent for 55 minutes, one time a week.
Another practical way you can grow your network is thank your teachers and celebrate them. Your teachers have the ability to unlock doors for you like you can't imagine. They're connected to people that you don't know. They're connected to universities or jobs that you may want to get someday. So make sure you're really intentional with the way that you thank your teachers and your coaches and your advisors, because they can help you as you're trying to grow your network. And understand it's okay to be persistent. It's okay to send a second or third email. It's okay to send a second or third DM. People get busy. Sometimes people lose track. What you want to be is the person that someone thinks of when they have a problem. Another thing you can do to grow your network is share experiences with each other, and try to share experiences with people outside of your friend group. So you may have to show up and celebrate someone for doing an activity that you don't normally do. You might have to show up to an event that you wouldn't normally go to. Not just because you want to grow your network, because you genuinely want to celebrate people. And as you learn to celebrate other people, they're going to learn to celebrate you in return. I really think networking today is simple. You just got to take care of those three things. You've got to offer and don't ask. You've got to build your reputation, and you've got to be intentional. If you can do those things, you can network today. Because networking today, it's not about who you know, it's about who you're known as.